Hi, it's Adam Schutzlar from Sound Balance Physical Therapy in Puyallup, Washington. And today we're going to talk about strengthening your core musculature. We talked about what that means, core musculature, in a previous video, so if you're curious, check that out. Otherwise, we're going to jump right in. So, the things that we need to do in order to strengthen these muscles is to be able to find what we call a neutral spine position. And what that basically means is if I rock my pelvis forward and make a big arch in my back, or I rock it backwards and flatten my spine, I want to be somewhere in the middle, in between those two extremes. So if you're into yoga, we can do the cat-cows, or the cow-camels, or whichever term you want to use. We want to come all the way up, we want to come all the way down, and we want to come into the middle where we're neither at the cow end nor the camel end. And you can see when I do that, it moves my pelvis. When I go up into a camel, it moves my pelvis backwards, or rotates it this direction. When I go into a cow, it moves my pelvis the other direction. And we want to be right in between, and then we want to take our transversus abdominis and tuck my belly button right up in towards my spine. Like I'm sucking in, like I see a pretty girl walk by, I might try to suck that in, or for the gals out there, if I see a handsome, strapping man like myself, you might suck that tummy in while I walk by, and then let it back out when they're gone. So that's the muscle that we're trying to target here, and then we'll also target the obliques. So I'm going to lay down flat, and I'm going to go into basically that cow pose. I'm going to roll my pelvis forward, and when that happens, you'll see that there's a little bit of space between my back and the table. Then I'm going to roll it back the other direction, and that space disappears. I'm able to flatten my back right up against the table and touch all the way on the table. And what we want to do is go midway between those, so I'm touching the table, putting a little bit of gentle pressure on the table. And then I'm going to take my belly button, and instead of poking it up there, I'm going to suck it down towards my spine. It's important to keep breathing through these entire exercises. If you don't breathe, what happens is we increase pressure in our chest, and it can put too much pressure on the heart. So we don't want to do that. We just are going to tuck the tummy in, and we're going to breathe throughout this entire group of exercises. So that's exercise one, and just doing that, you'll begin to feel toned up in the tummy muscles here. The next thing you want to do is add movement on that position. And if when we start moving, things go out of place or you forget to breathe, just start over. I'm going to arch up, get a little space there, roll all the way back, flatten that space, and go midway between so there's some gentle pressure. And I'm going to take my belly button and I'm going to tuck it right towards my spine and hold that position. Now what I want you to do is take both thumbs, or you can take your fingers, whichever's more comfortable, and you're going to find two little bones, one on the front of each side of your pelvis here. And you're going to touch those bones, and you're just going to feel for movement. When we start lifting the legs, you're going to feel your pelvis rock back and forth, and that's the motion that we want to prevent. If we can prevent that motion, we're stabilizing the spine while we add movement. So, fingers right on the front there. I'm going to tuck my belly button in towards the spine, make sure that I'm flat on the table, and then I'm going to lift my leg just an inch or two, not very much. And I'm going to set it back down. And when you do that, you're going to feel that your body shifts. When I lift my left leg, my left side of the pelvis drops, and my right side of the pelvis goes up. So I don't want that movement right there. It's very subtle, it's very small, but when you figure it out, you'll know you've got it. So you want to be flat, belly button in, lift that leg up and avoid the motion of that pelvis dropping to the left side. In order to do that, it helps some people think of it as twisting your pelvis the other direction to resist. And what you'll feel is these muscles, these oblique muscles, contract almost like you're doing a sit-up. You'll notice if you can't figure out that tipping, if you go from one side to the other, some people will see a major twist like that, where it drops the left on the left all the way over to the right on the right. And what we want to do is maintain this position and just do a very slow march. And that's it. When you feel your back arch up or lose that position, just reset again and start with that march again. Always breathing, always slow movements, always stabilizing, keeping that pelvis in this position. And that's it for exercise 1. You can check out my other videos for other exercises that build on this position. But this is the most important thing. Even if you hold that position and just keep practicing holding it, you're going to get some tone here in the tummy that's going to help stabilize your back. Thank you and have a good day.